Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jolius podcast. I am with a good friend, Ann Gotti. She is a performer, entertainer, public figure, actress. Please explain along what you really are. Please don't let me talk through you all the way, Ann.
You did good though. So I am a full-fledged performer. I actually started as a singer dancer in high school. So taught dance, the cute like Britney Spears stuff, did that and then was in like choir and stuff like that. So from there, I just kind of kept branching out and moved to California to do it on another level. And from there, got into a whole bunch of other stuff like what you're doing, hosting and and music videos, television, movies, and then modeling was kind of just like an add-on that I also do because like why not? More photos, more footage to add to the content. So yeah, that's me.
Oh, there you go. Adding to your performing portfolio, you said you do music and acting and modeling on the side, but what is your main thing? What is your number one go-to right now?
Um, I have a band. It's called 98 BPM, and we have had different names over the course of time, but that's probably my primary thing and dancing. So when I say dancing, I mean like trained dancer, like ballet, jazz, hip hop, modern, music videos, stuff like that, television shows dancer. I'll do some sexy dancing too. I like burlesque. Thinking about maybe starting my own like solo act as well with the company that I'm talking to right now. Just because I love to dance. It's like what sets me free, really. So music is what sets me free, and everything else just kind of comes along with living out here in California.
Oh, beautiful. You're in California right now.
Yep, sunny California. Yeah, not in Vegas anymore. I was
Uh,
there though, wasn't I? That was
yeah.
way too hot for me.
Yeah,
I'll
you
be
can.
back though.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, we gotta take more photos because in Vegas, saying you're a dancer usually
I know,
unfortunately
that's why I'm like, let
yeah. Yeah,
me.
most definitely. Unfortunately,
I'm
it
nothing
means
against it. It's just not
okay.
what I'm doing right now. So I'm getting my photos hopefully soon, so I can use them for promo for that as well. So I'm waiting to get those back from you. I know I have some of yours, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to use that because I'm trying to figure out what style I want to do. So maybe I'll do like a retro type of vibe. I kind of like the Marilyn Monroe, you know, burlesque style. So we'll see what I do. I haven't decided yet, but that's my newest thing. But yeah, done a lot of television that people have probably seen and not known it's me.
No worries, no worries. I mean, but you still got to put yourself out there with this type of work that you're doing. You're trying to
Yep.
find your style, your look within certain companies. What are two burlesque companies in California that you're looking for? Is it just burlesque? What are you looking for?
Well, this company is like a variety act. That's why I say it's like Vegas style. So when I
Mhm.
say Vegas style, I mean like a variety show for Vegas. We have like our miniature California versions of it. So I just started talking to a company that a friend of mine is working with. And yeah, at this point, we're just waiting for my promo photos that I want to use. And I'm so picky. So I haven't sent them over yet. So I'll probably sing and dance.
Ooh, multi-talented, multi-talented. Can't wait
Be
for all of
fun.
this fun. Yeah, most definitely.
So I also work with Teasem, and I've worked with them for a while. I kind of go in and out of modeling world since I do all the other stuff. I'm super busy. And then I've been a bunny for Playboy since I was 20, actually, with old Playboy and now with the new Playboy. Yeah, so I was one of the Playboy radio models. I've been on their shows and also did some TV shows through Playboy that weren't the same brand, but I was the recruiting from Playboy put me in them. And then also they had a company called Playboy Live, which is what was like an actual studio in Culver City where we would go and have like fake bedrooms, a dungeon room, an office, and we would go in there and just chat with our fans. And it was called Playboy Live, and I did that right before they moved and closed down. They moved to Miami when the laws changed for adult business. I did not move with them to Miami, so I think about 2 years later they closed.
Oh, that's
Not that
unfortunate.
long ago.
Hmm.
And now I'm with the new Playboy, so it's a little different. Oh, it's a lot of different.
Oh, that's that's a loaded phrase.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
you, yeah, that's all you're gonna say? How's Crystal Hefner?
Yeah, you see that she put out didn't she put out like a book or something
I don't.
recently? She put out a book, I think, like recently, a book or a show or something like that on her experiences. Um, I did actually meet her and work with her. I was her bartender for her hair salon, Cry Style Salon. I haven't really posted that stuff lately, but yeah, so I was bartending for that, and I don't know how successful it was. It's not around anymore, but it was on Melrose in Hollywood. So
Okay.
yeah, hair salon, you know, cute hair.
Well, unfortunately, I wouldn't know. I guess it tried. There you go. There you go. Let's move back to your band. What was your band called again?
Yeah, 98 BPM.
98
Yeah.
BPM. What's the history with that, and how's the progress going so far? It looks like you're still having a great time with them.
So we do covers for like Gwen Stefani, No Doubt, Madonna, Eurythmics, the 90s, 80s vibe, and early 2000s, Lady Gaga, stuff like that. That people love to dance, feel good, dance music, sing along. That's our vibe. Previously, I was in a punk band, so not the same vibe. Uh, yeah, it was 9 people, 4 girls fronted it. It was called Switchblade Kitty, and I was one of the singers, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know you were into
And
punk.
right, and we sing like all the hits of the punk from the beginning to current times. My song was "Do You Want to Touch?" One of my songs
Oh,
by Pat. Yeah, have you heard of it?
no, but it
I'm
sounds
not going to
very.
sing it right now. My voice is out today, so it probably would sound perfect for the song today. But it's a Joan Jett song.
Mhm.
So, you know, fishnets, eye bars, mosh pits,
Oh man, yeah, that's a lot of
that kind of
fun.
vibe.
Hell
This is a
yeah.
little, what I do now is more family friendly, obviously. And, anybody can come to the shows and stuff like that. So no moshing unless it's a gentle mosh,
Okay, there you go.
gentle,
Good
gentle
good etiquette on moshing. Yes,
now.
yes.
I don't have a preference, but I just like all styles of music. So I don't really have a preference. I was in a girl group before that was R&B. I'm not very soulful, but I did my best. And I'm more pop. So I'm just pop. I can do the other styles, but I don't have a very, Aretha Franklin voice when I sing. And I'm fine with that.
Okay, so what's your type of voice? High pitch, low?
I sound more like Gwen Stefani when I sing.
Hmm.
So, and earlier Madonna, I can do newer Madonna as well, but I have that kind of a voice. So I can go pretty high and pretty low, but it's most comfortable when I'm doing like no doubt type music.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Let's go back to your history with Teasm. How'd you find out about the company? How did you get into it?
So I was doing a red carpet hosting at a club on, I don't remember what it was called. I was doing red carpet hosting and a videographer that was filming another host. I was a new host. I was a stand-in. He found me and asked me if I wanted to see the projects he was working on. And he actually presented me to the punk band and to tease him at the same time. So that was very stressful. But I was doing a lot of other stuff. But he actually said, "Hey, there's this bikini line you could host. We're going to go to this mansion in Bel Air, and you're just going to interview all the models." So I go there, and when I get there, Paul, who's the owner of TZM, was like, "No, you're going to put." I had this dress on with gloves, like I was like fancy host. When I got there, Paul's like, this is the little bikini. That's what you're going to wear. Now put that on and host." I was like, "But I'm not a model. I'm just a host." He's like, "Oh no, you'll look great." And then I was like, "Okay." So I put my little string bikini on, and then I was like, "But my butt's out." So he gave me this tube top that said tease him, and then I just like put it over my butt. So I felt a little covered. You know how little it was though. It was
Yeah,
like,
no, no, those bikinis are very tiny. We actually met through a Teasm photo shoot, ironically. So,
yeah, so I didn't expect this, is what I'm saying, but I just ran with it and they used it for the promo. And there's like a lot of silly moments where I'm just acting super stupid and silly throughout and going, having a good time. And so I met them during that. And that day was the first day I decided, like, I'll try doing some bikini shooting. um, legitimately. And so then that was how I did my first shoot. I hadn't even like shaved my legs. Like I was not ready, but I did what I had to do. And that's how I became part of TISM.
Yeah, and was
Crazy,
this
huh? One day changed your life.
thank you for the history lesson. So was this like your first thing getting into modeling? Was it through TISM or something else?
Um, I had done music videos, but I don't know if you consider that modeling, you know? So yeah, I would say TISM is the first modeling company, which is why like later on I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back and support the company that launched me. Because I had already signed with Playboy on their roster, but I was like kind of intimidated to do any of the shows at that point. So I think TISM kind of like pushed me out of my little cocoon. And then I went straight into the punk band where we wore fishnets and like tape on our, tata area. That
Yeah.
was our outfit. So I was just phew.
Yeah, the pasties.
We ripped the band-aid off and off I went. Yes.
Freedom. Freedom.
Yeah. So TISM started it.
Oh, there you go. There you go. You said you were intimidated by Playboy, but even though you did tease him for a bit
I
after.
was intimidated to go like on TV and do the full enchilada Playboy television, where they do the shows and stuff. I had been hired for movies and stuff that were like soft core and I just couldn't do it. So like, we all have our like limit. We're like, I don't know if I want to be doing like the whole, bedroom experience on television yet. Like, I'm
Oh,
not sure that's
yeah.
the route
Yeah.
I want to go. So I didn't go that route. I just signed with them. And then when things did fit what I was comfortable with, I would do those things.
Okay, fantastic. So you were a little uncomfortable with the extra stuff.
You know,
Hmm. I think
old
we all,
school Playboy TV.
yeah, wow. I don't know if I was that,
And I was a real actress, so I'm doing movies and TV and stuff. And so to me, I'm like, do I want to go there yet? I feel like I feel like there's a thin line of like the timing of when an actress goes that route. First, I feel like you should get some establishment like in the acting world before you dabble with a little bit of wilder and crazy way. I feel like that's a more easier way to stay in the mainstream world. Like if I wanted to go back to acting, I wouldn't feel like, oh no, I'm only known for this, right? Because I already have a resume. Versus if you start as a adult model, you're kind of you are pigeonholed. It's very hard to break free. So I feel like hold it in and then let it out. Hold it in as long as you can and then let it out.
there you go. You have to survive and surmount certain things. So
Yeah.
you do believe that there's a conflict between the professional scene and a different type of wild, explicit professional scene per se.
I don't think it's as much as it was before, but you do not see girls jumping over in a Hollywood world and being put in a movie, right? If that's all they've done. You have to show that you have a range first, and then you can dabble. And even movies will ask you to do similar things. I was asked to do this type of world in a movie, and I said no. So I went to the Warner Brothers studio, did the whole thing. They're like, "This is what we want you to do," and I was like, "No," because I was like, I still need to get a few more credits under me before diving in. So that was my rationale. Obviously, people have different angles of like how they want to do stuff.
Yeah, some people want to just jump, dive right in, and you
Yep,
have
and
to know,
that's
but
totally fine if that's what
mhm.
they want to do. And I have friends, I literally have friends in every world, every extreme. I have no judgment. It's just like how strategic do you want to be with yourself is how I see it. You know? What do
Oh,
you want to do for you?
most definitely, most definitely. You're well versed in your network. You have a lot of people that you know, and one of the people that you know, Anne, is rest in peace, Hugh Hefner. You met the guy. You talked to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's little. He was little, sorry. He was a little guy. He's probably the same height as me. I'm 5'4". He's 5'4". Probably 5'4" or 5'5".
Oh
I don't know
wow.
for sure.
Oh wow. I didn't
Yeah,
know he
we
was
did
that
a
big.
whole family night. We were watching movies. The movie was a depressing one. Not a good choice. But I forgot what movie it was called. I can't remember the movie, but we watched a movie in a theater. Um, And he was a nice guy, very nice. I didn't really love the food that was provided later, but that was the first time I seen spam on rice. Like, what's it called? It's like supposed to be like a delicacy. I was like, where I'm from in the Midwest, spam is what you eat when you have no money. But
Oh,
here they wrap it in like rice
so
paper
you
and
mean
it's a delicacy.
spam musubi?
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. I don't know.
Oh
But
man.
I was like, I'm not eating that.
Oh man, you're a
I'm getting
bougie woman right here.
flashbacks to being a little kid when my parents were really young.
Yeah, I mean,
What's
so
up?
you're a bougie woman. You're very
No, 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 no. I actually ate that when I was a little kid, and my parents were very young. They were in their teens when they had us. So they were poor. So we ate that because we had no money. So to me, my association is not fancy with spam.
I,
But I just remember that being served, and I was like, really? People eat that here for fun.
that's an interesting point. Yeah, you're at the Playboy Mansion with Hugh Hefner, and they're serving you spam musubi. I don't know
I
if
just
it's like,
I was just like, I don't get it, but it's fine. Whatever.
so
Interesting.
you're bougie is what you're saying. You're very luxurious type of woman.
No, I just have bad association with spam and hamburger helper and tuna helper.
Oh yeah. That's most definitely a budget, unfortunate, friendly type of food.
I have
Yeah.
like flashbacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I'm like that. I like to be cute, but I will go get dirty. I work with guys all the time. I used to be a trainer. Like I'll get dirty and hurt myself and roll around with no problem. Glamorous tomboy. That's me.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Where are you from the Midwest?
I was born in Wisconsin, so I'm a cheesehead, but moved around. Yeah, I like cheese.
There you go. Land of the
They
cheese.
have good fudge too, and good cheese curds. Yeah,
I I did not know that. All I know is they're just a cheese area.
they have good fudge. They do, and cheese curds are pretty good. And you have and Kringle. Kringle they sell now in grocery stores, but I think everyone should try it. Like the cherry flavor is the best.
What's a
Yummy.
Kringle? I don't know what a
See,
Kringle is.
that's okay. So it's like a little thin pastry and it's Danish. And we have like the original bakery where I'm from in Wisconsin there. And then they ship it all throughout the United States now. So when I saw it at Vaughn's, I was like, oh my gosh, they have it here. And it says it's like from where I'm from. So I'm like, I'm a fan. I don't eat it anymore, but I still think everyone else should try it.
Okay, for sure. I'll try it one day, but
Kringle,
Kringle. I'll
write
keep
it
that in
down.
mind. Yeah. So what's your usual diet like since you're going to be working constantly, you're modeling, acting, you have to
Yeah.
have good visual prowess and public appearance for the people. So,
I like candy, but 2 weeks before the shoot, I generally cut down on how many calories I eat and I work out almost every single day. So that's been my go-to forever since I got into the industry. If there's a shoot coming, the 2 weeks before are pretty much crunch time, and sometimes a little earlier. If, during COVID, it was like kind of hard to stay up on top of our game. So then I needed a little bit of a kickstart once we started to do stuff again. But generally, it's like 2 to 3 weeks hardcore. I don't really eat bread. I'm sensitive to gluten, so I am not a bread eater anymore. Um, I don't know if I miss it anymore, but I don't eat bread, so that already helps, right?
thank you. Thank you for being a fellow non-bread eater. I don't eat bread as well. It's actually a very uncommon for people to not eat bread, but I
Yep.
thank you
And
for
there's so
being
many
one.
things with it. It's so annoying, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
for real, for real. All right, and do you have any advice to the young ladies that want to get into the entertainment industry, whether it be an actress, modeling, etc.? What is your advice as a pioneer to this field?
Pick your passion, but then keep yourself open-minded and open to new opportunities like this one here. Um, and stay humble, right? So when people are like, hey, you want to try this new thing? You're like, if you have the time and the energy, why not try it? Some things will be paid, most things will be paid, some things may not be, but they open you up to new opportunities. Like that hosting experience I had opened me up to cooler, even cooler stuff. happen from there, and it just keeps going. So just stay open-minded and definitely be strategic. Like if you're not sure you want to stay in the adult industry, don't go there first. I would start mainstream and then decide from there what you want to do. Just play it safe and smart, and you can still be sexy and sassy, you know, sexy and sassy, and
There
have
you go.
fun. Be nice to people. Yeah, don't be snooty because people won't want to work with you again. That's my advice.
That's true. That's
The
true.
end.
Yeah, and I have a lot of friends who are in the adult entertainment industry, and they start out very low, whether it be in amateur porn or they just become a dancer. But being a Vegas dancer, aka stripper, because dancing for some odd reason always means stripping in Vegas, they make a lot of money when they start out.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, no, do what you want to do. Just think about like long term. No shame ever. Just what long term do you want to do? And then try to like create a path for yourself that way. Have a strategy, basically.
For sure, for sure. Because the strategy that a lot of young women like and that they stay in is the fast money route, whether it just be dancing or doing porn or OnlyFans. What's your take on
Right.
that, Anne?
Well, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying because I'm observing like what other people are doing. And I don't know if everyone is really thinking long term about how they want to present themselves. Because you can still do sexy, but like be kind of mysterious in a sense. You know what I mean? And then that way you still can catapult in any direction. So you have to have a long-term idea of where you want to go, what you want to do, and ask yourself every time you make a move, like, is this going to hinder it or help it? Because it could help too. You know, we see these people like blown up for no reason. We're like, who are these people? So, but you should not assume you're going to be that person. Never. Keep like grinding away at your craft, whatever you're good at. Maybe you're good at sports, maybe you're good at yoga, maybe you're good at singing, maybe you're good at acting, dancing. Like pick something and continue practicing it while you're making your good money. So that way you don't lose it. That's my tip.
For sure, for sure. Final question, final question. Do you have any thoughts or tips for the ladies that don't have the confidence to dive into the entertainment industry? Not just, adult industry, but just like being a
Right.
bar hostess, et cetera, et cetera.
I think you can start easy, right? There's like for acting world, you could do extra work and then just see how the set works, how the directors talk. And that way you'll actually already understand what you're getting yourself into and you'll be in the environment already and you'll know some people. You'll make friends because you're bored on set. So once you start making connections, someone will ask you, hey, do you want to go to this other thing we have? So just start doing like behind the scenes stuff so that you feel comfortable and eventually you'll be like, I'm ready to go in front of the camera and be the main person or attempt to. So you just have to keep doing it until that comfort level is established. And you're always going to be a little bit nervous. I have done reality shows where I'm being myself and it was like the most terrifying thing ever. And I had already been on TV multiple times. So I was like, being myself is more scary to me than pretending to be someone in a show or in a music video or whatever. So just look at it like that. You're pretending. It's fun. It's like make believe. If you look at it in a fun manner, you're just having a good time. So look at it as something that's fun and do it in baby steps until you're comfortable.
Beautiful. That's really good to hear. All right,
Yeah.
guys, this is the Jolius podcast here with Ann Gotti, beautiful performer, entertainer, model, music industry fashionista, whatever you may call it. She might be getting into more work.
Thank you for having me. It was great being on here. And I will be talking to you soon,
Oh, for
mister.
sure. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Miss Ann Gotti, for being on the Jolius podcast. And thank you, everyone, for watching. This is the Jolius podcast, and we are heading out.